This week, we've got some pretty interesting new July summer packs, including a bunch of RNG boxes. Looming from 2 weeks ago, however, we still have the 50 Tidal treasure chests on sale until July 31st. We'll first see if these new packs are worth getting compared to the Tidal treasure chests. Then we'll see if it's even worth purchasing any of these Pearl Shop items in the current state of BDO. If you're interested in any specific part, timestamps will always be included in the description below. Feel free to skip to any part you're interested in. Looking at the new July Cron and RNG packs, none of these packs contain any boxes that we haven't valued before. Because of this, we simply just have to see the value of each pack compared to the Pearl price. If you want a more in-depth analysis on how we calculate the values of these boxes, those videos are on my channel and will be linked below. The 3 most interesting RNG packs for people who want Cron value are going to be the July Ultimate Premium Pack, the July Ultimate Sweet Pack, and the Choose Your Bundle packs. For the July Ultimate and Sweet packs, the only RNG boxes contained are the Ultimate Premium Enhancement Box and the Sweet Premium Enhancement Box. We know from previous videos that the Ultimate Box is worth around 8,089 pearls on average, with 7,035 pearls coming from Crons only. The Sweet Premium Enhancement Box, on the other hand, is worth around 3,691 pearls on average, with 2,731 pearl value coming from Crons only. Now, because these are both RNG boxes, of course, you may get more or less than the calculated average. With those numbers though, we can see that on average, the July Ultimate Premium Pack gives around 58,962 pearls on average, including the bonus items. Since this pack only costs around 14,602 pearls at full price, the discount equivalence would be similar to buying all these items in this pack at a 75% discount. If you only care about Crons and not the other items, you're getting around a 43,133 Cron value, which is similar to buying Crons at a 66% discount. The July Ultimate Sweet Pack, on the other hand, costs only 4,275 pearls, but gives an average value of 15,971 pearls. This is similar to a discount equivalence of 73.23%. If you only care about Crons, the value is closer to 12,497 pearls, with a discount equivalence of 65.79%. Now, these are both pretty decent value for your pearls, but we really have to look at it in the context of all the packs on sale currently. We still have the Choose Your Bundle pack and the Tidal boxes to compare to. The Choose Your Bundle packs are pretty interesting as it allows you to pick from 5 different options of RNG boxes. The weird part is though that you get the exact same number of boxes, 21, no matter which ones you choose, at the set price of 14,280 pearls. Because of this, the only thing that really matters is which box gives the most amount of average value. We don't really need to look at the original cost of each box, as we get the same amount for the same price, no matter which bundle we choose. Comparing the average value of all these boxes, we can see a pretty easy standout being the Gleaming Starlight bundle. This bundle gives around a 3,341 pearl value per bundle, along with 2,402 of that being pearl value coming just from Crons. This is much greater than most of the other bundles in both total value and Cron value. This kind of makes sense though, as the Gleaming Starlight bundle is one of the more recent bundles to be released, along with its base pearl price being higher than most of the other bundles. On release, this bundle was sold for 940 pearls, and its highest pack deal only went up to 10% off, compared to the other bundles going up to 15% off. Unfortunately, some of the other bundles, like the Bombastic Adventure bundle, even though it was sold at a higher pearl price, just can't compete with the modern bundles as they are just way too old now. Again, since we get the same number of bundles no matter which one we choose, for the same number of pearls, the only thing that matters is value per bundle, which is why the Gleaming Starlight bundle becomes the best choice on average. Obviously, if you prefer some of the other items in the other bundles, then those may be better for you. Now, in total, if we choose 7 Gleaming Starlight bundles 3 times, we get a total value of 70,169 pearls, with 50,435 of that coming just from crons. Since this pack only costs 14,280 pearls, this is similar to a discount equivalence of 79.65%, or 71.69% if you only value crons. This is a lot better than the previous July packs, though has a bit more added RNG as you don't get the guaranteed items in the other July packs. I would definitely recommend people who are self-enhancing to choose this pack over the July packs. Now with that being said, we still have to see how these packs compare to the Tidal boxes we valued 2 weeks ago, as those are still going to be on sale. As we know, the Tidal boxes, if you purchase the 50x box, includes the Tidal tokens. If you trade the tokens in for other Tidal boxes, gives around an 82,509 pearl value for the price of 19,975 pearls. This is similar to a discount equivalence of 79.79%. However, since most of the items in these Tidal boxes are crons, it has a cron-only value of 73,959, giving it a discount equivalence of 72.99% if you only care about crons. What makes this so interesting is that compared to the Choose Your Bundle pack, even though it gives less overall value, it gives more cron value as most of the items are crons. So if you are someone who values crons more, the Tidal boxes are still probably one of the better choices. However, if you appreciate the random items from the Gleaming Starlight bundle, it may be a better pickup for those people. With that being said, if you do have discount coupons, since the 50 Tidal boxes cost 5,000 more pearls, and discount coupons save you more pearls based on how expensive the pack is, for people with discount coupons, you may value buying the Tidal boxes a little bit more compared to the Choose Your Bundle packs or any of the July packs. Now, with the valuations out of the way, that brings us to the big question of this entire video, which is whether or not it's even worth spending pearls on the current packs. If you were someone who wasn't convinced to spend pearls on the Tidal boxes 2 weeks ago, well, this week isn't really that much better. The July Ultimate packs are explicitly worse than the 50 Tidal packs. The Choose Your Bundle is slightly better overall, but worse cron-wise. Value-wise, the packs this week aren't really that much better compared to 2 weeks ago. On top of that, and this is probably the biggest reason, even if you were convinced to buy the Tidal boxes 2 weeks ago, you may not find them so valuable anymore. Since the release of the Tidal boxes, we've gotten a lot more information on the macro side of BDO and the direction that it is heading. Now, what I am really talking about is how much they are buffing the silver per hour from grinding. Now, of course, some AP brackets and some zones are worse, but for most player, after the patch on Thursday, July 24th, are hitting 2 to 3 times the silver per hour that they were getting before this patch. This is mainly due to most players getting 200 to 300 hidden AP for free this patch, along with some basic PvE changes. We're seeing the average silver per hour of mid to endgame players going from 1 to 2 bill an hour up to 2 to 3 bill plus. This is only going to get more drastic after optimization and people learning the new PvE system. Of course, PA are going to nerf some spots soon, but it is likely that we're going to get a permanent increase in silver per hour even after these nerfs. Now, what this has to do with spending pearls in BDO is twofold. Firstly, most players who spend pearls on silver equivalents, like crons, artisans, and stacks, also do other things to make silver, such as PvE, life skilling, enhancing, and PvPing. What spending pearls does is let you save hours of doing those things. However, since we are getting so much more silver per hour from grinding, spending the same amount of money now will save you less hours compared to before. If we look at the 50 title pack, with 20,000 pearls, you're expected to get around 65 billion silver value. Before, this would save you around 30 to 60 hours of grinding. Now after this patch, it will more likely save you 15 to 30 hours and even less depending on how fast you grind. The value of spending money on pearls goes down directly proportional to how much silver per hour you are making grinding. If you are grinding twice as efficiently, spending money is twice as bad. On top of that, since these are RNG boxes, you are going to be using these crons to self-enhance. Since grinding has gotten so much faster, debos are dropping a lot more, making them cost less silver. This makes self-enhancing a little bit worse, as you don't really need to spend crons to tap debos anymore. It is better to just raw tap them or buy them. Secondly, even if you are someone who doesn't grind at all, this will still affect the value of swiping for pearls and spending them this week. Since PA knows making grinding give more silver makes swiping less appealing, to counteract this, they will likely make pearl packs and deals on the pearl store a lot more valuable and tempting in the upcoming weeks or months. If you aren't someone who really wants these title boxes or some of the other packs this week, it will probably be better to wait for these better deals to come out soon. PA knows they have to increase the value you get from spending pearls if they want players to continue to spend money in this new environment where silver per hour is just a lot higher. So in conclusion, since the value of spending pearls has theoretically gone down this week due to PvE giving so much more silver per hour, it will be prudent for most players who may not spend that much money on this game to save their pearls for better deals that are likely going to come out in the future. Even if you do spend a lot on pearls, it will still be better to wait for the better deals. The title boxes and this week's packs aren't bad, but due to the shift we are seeing in BDO and the increase in value you get from grinding, it is likely that we will see even better pearl deals to silver conversion in the future. For most players, spending pearls this week on crons, artisans, or stacks will likely not be worth it. Now, with that out of the way, we do have the other packs on sale that are slightly better than what we have seen, but still gets downgraded due to what we've said before. The Artisan's Memory Pack is pretty decent, as 100 memory fragments equals to 25 artisans. You're getting 125 artisans and a 100 stack for 1000 pearls, which isn't bad. The other pack is for maids. The Choose Your Resplendent Journey box allows you to pick maids, and for 1026 pearls for 2 is the same as buying maids for 57% off. Now, that's not that insane, but better than the 50% off deals that we've been getting. I do think PA will give us a better maid deal in the future, but if you have extra pearls and need the extra maids right now due to PvE, it could be nice. Finally, Nadar's bands are 60% off, which is definitely the highest discount we have seen for these items, and may be worth getting if you need them for enhancing. But with that out of the way, that's basically it for this video. Some pretty fun July packs, including the title boxes, but due to the state of the game changing, I can't really recommend most players spend pearls currently. If you have a discount coupon, it may still be worth using them, but I really do expect PA to start upping the packs in the pearl store if the game stays this way. If nothing else, the value of spending pearls on crons is much worse now, so you may want to think twice before spending money on pearls, even if you don't believe PA will give us better packs. Either way though, I do hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all next time.